Week 1. 7 days. Done. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to be healthier, trying to be fitter, blah blah blah. I've heard it 1,000 times. The difference is, I'm going to try and do it the easy way, with as little effort as possible. Try. Well, in my head, the easier it is, the more likely it is I can keep it going. Now, I could go to the gym 6 times a week and eat a lettuce and live on beef jerky for the rest of my life, but I don't think that's very sustainable. So for this last week, I just wanted to get into a nice, simple routine, which included intermittent fasting, so I'd only eat between the hours of 12 and 6. I would severely limit the amount of alcohol I was drinking, and I would prepare some nice, simple meals that were relatively healthy. Probably could be healthier, but again, it's just a starting point. My goal for the week was to lose 2 pounds of weight, so I'm going to lose some fat to start with, I hope. Okay, so my goal here was to eat only between the hours of 12 PM and 6 PM. So I like this. Very simple rule to follow. That's, again, bearing in mind what I'm trying to achieve here, something that's easy to follow. If it's not between 12 and 6, I just don't eat. Now, I'm no medical expert, but I have done this before and I found it quite effective for me to be losing weight. And I think once I get into the routine of it, I won't even need to think about it, which is ideal for what I'm trying to achieve. I didn't have any major problems with intermittent fasting. There was a couple of days where I'd be hungry in the morning, but I could find I could control it with just drinking ice water and tea or coffee, something like that. So at 12 o'clock, when I could eat again, I would just have my lunch at 12, and then I would eat something at about 5 o'clock, start preparing at 5 o'clock, and then window shuts at 6. So basically, no food until 12, lunch at 12, tea, dinner at 5. Now, I think there are supplements you can get which can help you feel fuller for longer, but I want to stay away from that, to be honest. I just want it all to be natural, so I'm going to steer clear of that. Again, I want it to be simple, so I don't have to start thinking about taking supplements every day unless I really have to. So really, I'm just going to continue with that for the coming week. A simple rule to follow. Perfect. So food, this was a big one. So this is one where I felt I would make the biggest gains out of all, because I'm basically used to shoving a steak and onion pie with chips in the oven for half an hour, and that was me done. So this did require a little bit more prep time, so I had to think about what I was going to eat and plan that in advance as well, which was quite important. So for lunches, started nice and simple. Week 1, simple, tin of Heinz soup. Not even a tin, actually, half a tin. So there was an offer in our local supermarket, 4 tins for £3. So it basically cost me £3 for 8 lunches. So brilliant. Just pour half a tin in a bowl, in the microwave for a couple of minutes, butter a couple of slices of bread. Lunch done. 2 minutes prep time, easy. That's not what I'm going to do moving forward, but again, I just wanted a starting point, something simple that I could just build on. So it's probably not the healthiest option I could go for, but it certainly was easy, and it was just a good way to ease me way into this new program I'm doing. Dinners required a little bit more prep time, so they were based mainly around chicken. So I bought like chicken breasts, and I would cook sort of 4 at a time. And I tried experiment with a couple of things really. One was with some balsamic vinegar and some honey to make like a glaze that I would cover the chicken in. Very nice actually. And the other one was barbecue. Used barbecue sauce with some seasoning, some like herb seasoning on top. So they're both very nice. And then I would just sort of put on the side some salad and some veg or some new potatoes or something. So I did a few different meals. They were quite simple and quite healthy and quite filling actually, to be honest. So I'm just going to sort of build on that over this next week. Make them more Mediterranean based, because that's what I want to head towards, sort of Mediterranean based diet. So that's the plan for the coming week. It wasn't all perfect. I did snack on certain things, like I love these Mome sweets that we have. Do with cutting them out, but generally I would snack on like celery with peanut butter on it, like peanut butter, like nuts, fruit nut mix, grapes, fruit. So quite simple things really. It's about cutting out the rubbish like crisps and sweets and things like that, and just replacing them with some healthier stuff. So in between meals, that's what I would tend to snack on. Now I did find this YouTube channel called the Domestic Geek, which I think is quite good, and in fact I downloaded a book, The Domestic Geek's Meals Made Easy. And they've got some good Mediterranean meals in here that I'm going to have a go at next week. So I'm going to pick ones that I think what's good about them is they're easy. They're not complicated. So, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Easy, lazy. That's all me. In fact, there's an idea for a video in itself. Food prep. Might do that next week or the week after. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll link the channel in the description. So if you're interested in having a look at some nice healthy meals that are easy to prepare, go and check it out. It's definitely worth a look. So to summarise, intermittent fasting, eating between 12 and 6, 2 meals a day, 2 main meals at 12 PM and at 5 PM. And those meals are healthy for me. They were just started with a simple half a tin of soup and some bread with some water, ice water, and teas mainly based around chicken with either salad or veg with garnish like ranch dressing or cottage cheese or something like that. Simple ideas, but definitely I think the way to go. Did it work though? Keep watching. I only drank one night last week, 1 night out of 7, which is a massive change from what I normally do, where I would drink, not a lot, but throughout the week, maybe 5 nights a week, and wouldn't even get drunk really, but you add them up over the week, I've saved a massive amount of calories, must have done. Now, I have found not drinking much easier than I thought I would. I thought I'd really struggle with this, because normally it's part of my routine for the day, or in the evening should I say, but I found it quite easy. And when I thought about why, I think I've been quite busy in the evenings this last week, so I've been looking into things like how to edit videos. So I've been looking into stuff like that, SEO searching and all that kind of stuff, and thinking about preparing this video. So I didn't really feel I was missing out on anything, which I think helped. So maybe I'm going to continue that with different things moving forward this next week. Plan stuff in the evenings, what I'm going to do, something more productive than sitting on my backside watching a film, having a beer. Now, I'm not going to cut alcohol out completely, because that's not achievable, I don't think. There's always going to be nights when I'm going to have a drink, such as when your team win the Carabao Cup. Yes! But I do want to severely cut it down to 1 night a week ideally. Again, I think it's a good thing though. It gives me something to look forward to, a night off, so to speak. The way I'm starting to look at drinking during the week is like a step backwards. So I feel like if I do it, I'm taking something away from what I'm trying to achieve. So that can only be a positive thing in my mind. And even when I was doing things like normal things, where I wasn't doing stuff like watching YouTube videos or whatever, I was watching a film or playing a computer game, I didn't drink, and at the end of it I didn't feel I needed to either. So I wasn't really missing out on anything in my head. But although I have found it easy not to drink throughout the week, I do need to keep an eye on it, because historically drinking has always been the trigger for falling off the wagon. But it's not been difficult, and I've not really missed it, if I'm to be honest with you. So I'm hoping that sort of continues moving forward, really. So again, this coming week, no alcohol all week. I'm going to drink on 1 night a week, which is usually Saturday, and that's it. Right, enough talking. What have the results been? So I've been intermittent fasting all week, which I've done quite well. Just a few little indiscretions in terms of snacks with little sweeties. But generally okay. Been eating healthily. I've been made a conscious effort to eat healthily, and I've only drank 1 night a week. Now, what has been the results of that? Let's find out. How's that? £6 lost in 7 days. And you know what the best thing about it is? It was easy. It was easy. I didn't hardly have to think about it. Just those 3 simple things is all that I did. And it's been easy. Now, I'm not going to be losing £6 a week, I know that. But it's given me a good platform to build on now. So for this coming week, along the similar lines, so I'm still going to do the intermittent fasting. Don't need to change anything there. I'm going to cut out the snacks if I can, all the sweets and the rubbish, replace them with healthy snacks. Food, I'm going to experiment with a few different things. So I'm going to buy some better quality soups and do some of the meals prepared in the book. So I'm going to have a go at them and might do a video on food prep, see if I can do that. And another thing I'm going to try and do is get the exercise bike out and start exercising. Something small, something simple. Again, it's all got to be easy. Week 2. Let's go. Target for this coming week, £3 loss. For this coming week, £3. That will be, if I do that, that'll be £9 lost in 2 weeks. Amazing. Let's keep it going. See you next week.